All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween to you out there. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Tyler Hughes. This is First Alert Weather Extra. We get together every weekday morning around 8 a.m., talk all things weather, and today we are talking about that trick-or-treating forecast. I know lots of people have those Halloween plans out there, and today is a First Alert Weather Day as well. So we'll have more on that here in just a moment. Today is a First Alert Weather Day, not because of the rain like we had yesterday, but actually because of the wind. You know, the system that brought all of the rain has moved out, but as it moves out, there's a blast of wind kind of back behind the system, and that's what's going to bring us wind gusts today of 40, even 50 miles per hour possible. Tomorrow will be not as windy, so that's the good news. Still a bit of a breeze, and we actually get in on some more sunshine as well. We see mostly cloudy skies through the day today, but sunshine increases really through the weekend, and so Sunday will be the sunniest of the weekend days. It also will have the chilliest start, but the wind will really die down on Sunday. So that's the good news for the weekend. In terms of rainfall, here's how much rainfall we picked up with the rain that moved through yesterday afternoon through last night. Excuse me. 2 to 3 inches of rain in some places. Where you see the lighter greens and the yellows, that's 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. And the more mintier green and darker green, that's the 1 inch of rainfall. So a lot of rainfall, mainly centered across portions of Fairfield, New London, Middlesex, New Haven counties. Well, not as much New London, but mainly Fairfield, Middlesex, and New Haven counties is where picked up the most amounts of rainfall. Here's some town-specific rainfall totals, some of the biggest rainfall totals that we saw. Greenwich, close to 3 inches. Same with Old Saybrook. Oxford, close to 3 inches as well. Salem picked up over 2 inches. Here's some more towns for you. Hamden, close to 3 inches as well. Orange, Durham, Bethel, all over 2 inches of rain. And Wethersfield over 1.5 inches of rainfall. The thing about it is, and it did cause some ponding and flooding concerns yesterday, and so we haven't heard of too many problems associated with the flooding as of yet. We'll continue to keep you updated, of course, on air and online on Channel 3. But we really do need the rain, and so I expect that this will actually help the drought monitor when we get a new edition of the drought monitor next week. We have been in an abnormally dry status across much of Connecticut, and actually a moderate drought status across parts of New Haven, New London, and Middlesex counties. And so that will improve with the rain that we got. But the big problem yesterday was the wind gusts, right? Bridgeport, look at that, gust of 52 miles per hour. New Haven, gust of 45 miles per hour, same in Groton as well. Brantford, 48 miles an hour. So the wind gusts were the strongest along the shoreline. That will continue through the day today. And we actually are covering a story, if you go over to the WFSB app or our website, WFSB.com, of a barge that broke free and started floating up the river because of the gusty winds caused the barge to break free. So those wind gusts will be continuing through the day today. Now, earlier on this morning, we were tracking some light shower activity. It is 8:05 right now when we're recording this. First Alert Live Doppler Radar, Connecticut's only live radar, is now scanning dry. So the last of that spotty shower activity has now moved out, and we will be dry for the rest of the day today. The only reason today is a First Alert Weather Day is because of those wind gusts. 40 to 50 miles per hour. Again, the strongest along the coastline. Keep in mind that could lead to some isolated power outages, not out of the question here, but mainly you will notice the wind while you are trick-or-treating. So hold on to those witches' hats, any other costume items you may have, and the Halloween decorations out there as well. Make sure if you have any inflatables in your front yard or anything like that, bring them inside. Wind advisory all day today, not just for Connecticut, really all of southern New England with those wind gusts. Here's hour by hour. Notice already this morning winds have been gusting up, and then by this afternoon into this evening, 5, 6, 7 o'clock p.m., when trick-or-treating is going on, those winds will be the gustiest of the day today, 40 to 50 miles per hour again. So high temperatures today in the 50s for the most part. Some of the typically cooler areas will be a bit cooler, but for the rest of us, 50 to 55 for high temperatures, maybe just a bit warmer along the immediate shoreline. Here's that trick-or-treating forecast. Will be in the low to mid-50s. Mostly cloudy skies with that wind in place. Here's some extremes for Halloween. We're going to be nowhere close. Actually, the warmest Halloween we had on record in the Hartford area was last year. 84 degrees on Halloween was the high temperature. The next closest we get to that is 82, all the way back in 1946. And the wettest Halloween, back in 1939, we got over 1.5 inches of rainfall in the Hartford area. So thankfully, we don't have to deal with any of that rainfall today. We are dry today. The wind is the only thing that will be an issue. I feel for the kickers in tonight's Friday Night Football game of the week, Simsbury at Windsor. Man, I hope you guys make some great field goals, but it is going to be difficult tonight with those wind gusts. But if you're heading out to enjoy the game, you may need to bundle up. Keep in mind the wind will make it feel a bit cooler, so it will probably feel more like the middle to upper 40s. So you may need that stadium blanket or that extra sweatshirt. Now, the weekend forecast is looking pretty nice. If you have any outdoor plans, you should be good to go. High temperatures in the middle to upper 50s. We eventually get in on more sunshine as we head through the weekend as well. The wind gusts tomorrow will be still noticeable. It'll be a bit breezy, 20 to 30 miles per hour, but that's a lot less than what we have been seeing, and they will continue to die down. Here's the wind gusts along the shoreline tomorrow. Again, 20 to 30 miles per hour is what we expect. So if you're trying to rake any leaves over the next couple of days, I would just save it for Sunday if I were you. It is a windy one, and the breeze continues tomorrow. Sunday, that wind really begins to die down as well. Something else happens on Sunday that's notable too. At 2 a.m. Sunday, the clocks go back 1 hour. Daylight saving time ends, and we fall back. So tomorrow, the sun rises at 7:24 a.m., sets at 5:44 p.m. Sunday, the sun rises before 7 a.m. and sets before 5 p.m. And so that is a noticeable difference as you head into Sunday. So keep that in mind. Remember, we fall back this weekend, and we lose quite a bit of daylight this month. Since the first of the month, we've lost over an hour's worth of daylight. And as we go through November, we are going to lose close to another hour's worth of daylight before we finally hit the pit of daylight in December, the winter solstice, December 21st. And after that, we get more and more light each day. So something to look forward to as we head toward the next couple of months here. All right, so next 7 days, rain chances. We're dry this weekend. Then we have a chance for some showers Monday. It won't be during the day Monday, so don't worry about your plans Monday. It'll be late in the day, in the evening, and overnight. Tuesday and Wednesday look dry, and then Thursday looks like another chance for some rainfall as well. We always like to take you out past the 7-day forecast here. So not this week, but next week in the 8 to 14-day outlook. The bright minds at the Climate Prediction Center put this out, showing about average in terms of rainfall, precipitation, and slightly above average in the temperature department. So we'll continue to keep an eye on these forecasts, but here is our 7-day forecast, showing you again the first alert weather day today for the wind, temperatures in the mid-50s. Tomorrow looks like a good forecast for Yukon football at the Rent. Again, will be a bit on the breezy side, so keep that in mind. Remember, we turn the clocks back, and then we climb to 60 degrees as we head toward Monday. Again, we have those shower chances late in the evening. Tuesday, a big day for our news department, election night. So we'll have lots of stuff going on there. It'll be a bit windy, but other than that, no excuse not to get out and vote on Tuesday, at least from the weather side of things. And then our next chance for some shower activity is on Thursday. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here on First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be back. Mike Slifer will have another edition of First Alert Weather Extra tonight at 9:30 p.m., and we are on every weekday at 8 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. You can always stream us on WFSB Plus. Also download the WFSB app. And remember, you can always get the latest updates from our weather department, First Alert Weather app. That is also free to download. For now, have a happy and safe and fun Halloween. I hope you have a great weekend too. Bye-bye.